whether by encouragement, instruction, mentorship. You've helped my fellow classmates and me to push ourselves to the limit. You've given us the skills necessary to make it to this day. And on behalf of the class of 2022, I say thank you for all that you've done over the past 13 years of our lives. And I'd like to say a special thank you to the parents who were willing to teach us spelling and math as we had our mental breakdowns at the kitchen tables nights before tests. I'm truly honored to speak on behalf of my classmates, teammates, and friends here today. We all have key memories in our life that will highlight a time that was most important to us. For some of us during primary school, it was the art show, recess, character cache, or the rainbow parachute in gym class. Those were the golden moments in those 3 years. Life seemed so simple then. Then in elementary school, things changed a little bit. We got into some writing, multiplication, and science. We all still had fun while we were learning. I still to this day could recite the multiplication songs Mr. Nysen taught me back in 3rd and 4th grade. I'll save you the pain of listening to me sing them. Not to mention rocket ship math, 24, recorders, or the floor hockey tournament that we all loved. Once again, things changed. Classes got harder. We entered middle school. I still remember being terrified of not being able to open my locker or the fear of not being open. However, the things that would stand out the most to me were the dodgeball and floor hockey tournaments and what we expected our Cumberland Life Festival to be. Little we know, not having that was not going to be the first abnormal thing about our class. Freshman year started out relatively normal, and some might say it was one of the better years of our time in high school. Come sophomore year, none of us would have guessed that the next year and a half would be spent behind a screen, coming in half a day, or only seeing half of our class. I could take up most of this speech and talk about what we missed out on, but I think we gained a lot more over that time. We gained an appreciation for our families, teachers, and friends do for us on a day-to-day basis. That even during the times of the pandemic, they still wanted to see us succeed. We gained an appreciation for how we access new information, and most importantly, we gained appreciation for those daily face-to-face interactions we had with our families, friends, and teachers. Although during the times of the pandemic, when learning came in different forms, we all learned to adapt and persevere. And there's one reason for that. Our class has a drive like no other, to learn more, to do more, and to achieve more. And that I say thank you for. As each of us move on to the next step in life, I want us all to remember what we overcome, and I'd like us all to take away this last bit of advice. An education is not something that's achieved after 13 years of high school or grade school, 4 years of undergraduate school, 4 years of graduate school, or the 8 to 12 years it might take to get a PhD. Learning is a progressive action that's always a constant and never over. After our high school education is over, we now have a chance to choose what we want to learn and how we want to learn it. Whether that be a college education, going into the workforce, or enlisting in the military. But what I ask for you today is to find what you want to learn, what makes you excited, and what you enjoy. Spend those hours reading, researching, and discovering the new information, not because your high school teacher told you to or a professor did, but because you want to learn more and you enjoy it. And I also want you to push yourself during that. And after you put in all that time, you get all the information, and you build that education, I want you to share it. I want you to teach it to whomever you want. That's the beauty of a passion, and that's the beauty of an education. You don't keep it to yourself, you bring it to others and share it with the world. And with that, I conclude, and wish you all good luck to wherever you may go.